Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. Today I am preparing for a camping trip. I know, I camp all the time, but this time I'm not taking the big hotel with me, the 10,000 pound ham shack, and I'm actually not even taking Great White, the big truck. I'm going car camping and I gotta rent a car. So I got space constraints and I got a bunch of radio gear to take with me like we all do. I'm gonna take the normal stuff, sleeping bag and mattress pad and stuff like that. That's not what this video is about. I have a new power station that I'm gonna take with me, and I gotta prove that it works before I go. And because it's a power station, most power stations only put out about 8 to 10 amps on the DC output port. So that means I'm limited to the G90, which only consumes about 8 amps on transmit. But 20 watts gets it done. Can all the rest of this stuff get it done? Let me show you what I'm bringing. All right, here's the plan. The G90 go bag. I've got the radial set that I use for my antennas. This is a solar cable that's going to work with the power station. In case I am feeling really lazy or there's no sun, I can charge the power station off of the car's engine. So the car is going to be my backup generator. I can also charge it while I'm driving around, just, you know, why not kill two birds with one stone? The power station itself, this is a new one from Dabbsson, and that handle is pretty cool. And the power station itself is pretty cool also. We've got AC power in case I need it. I probably won't. I hope I won't. I'm not an AC kind of guy. We've got enough DC power here to charge up the laptop. Now, this one here is PD 30 watt. Not a whole lot going on there. This one's PD 100 watt. That one is fantastic. That's going to get my laptop charged. Two of the regular old USB-A 3 amp power sockets. This one is a 5525, but it's 4 amps. I don't know why it's limited to 4 amps. Probably internal wiring issues. And by issues, I mean not the right gauge of wire, not like problems. And then this here is the 12 volt 10 amp socket. So I'm going to need an adapter to go from 12 volt 10 amp car plug to radio plug. And I knew I forgot something. I got to go back inside and get that because I don't have it out here on the bench in order to do my bench test. This is why we test before we go. Let me finish showing you what I got. I also have my clamp, because I don't know what I'm going to be running into, and my mirror mount, my screw-it antenna base, and my screw-it antenna, my 17-foot whip. 17-foot whip plus the radials will get me on anything 20 meters and above. Just in case, I've got that solar panel that we talked about. This is a nice, compact, foldable 100-watt solar panel, and I don't have any sun right now. That's what I'm working with, overcast. But it's also like 6 p.m., and I'm getting this thing done at the nth hour before I have to leave tomorrow morning. So let me get this all, well, no, what I need to do is I need to get that power cord that I'm missing, and then let me get this all plugged in and set up and see what the bands sound like right now. Because, you know, I've got a radio set up, I might as well try and make a contact. Okay, I have the power pole cable. Power poles on one side for the G90 and cigarette lighter plug on the other side to get power out of the power station into the G90. Did y'all catch what else I missed? Coax. I forgot coax. Would have been a terrible activation with no power for the radio and no coax to connect to the antenna. This is why we practice ahead of time and get everything set up. This is also why I make go bags so that none of this stuff is ever separated. But I'm always in search of the perfect antenna, and I'm never gonna find it. They don't exist. That's why we like playing with them, because they all do different things and they all are exciting in different ways. I got my quick clamp antenna. The whole clamp bar itself is not part of the radiating element, so I could actually put this down at the picnic table, or I could actually clamp it to the foot of the picnic table where it's on the ground, but this will do for this test. Hold on to one end of the coax and toss the other end. Woo! This is the ABR coax with the choke on it, so that's gonna help out. Ground radials next. The G90's got an excellent tuner in it, so I'm just gonna put out one straight set of radials and not really worry about spreading them out. I know they spread out, it's okay. Power cord. G90, microphone, coax, power plug. Aha, I need the solar panel cable too. I have the cable that goes from the solar panel to my regular adapters to get me into everything else, but I don't have the one that goes from MC4 to the solar panel, so that's interesting. So we got power poles to get us to the plug that's inside of the solar panel, which is a 5525, and then we have the MC4 adapters. You got to be careful with these guys because they all have weird color schemes to them. So as you can see, this is my power pole end, and we know power poles are red and black wire. But as we come down here to the other end, we've got black female plugged into red male, and we've got red plugged into black. But that should be fine because all of it should work out in the end. But I'm gonna get my multimeter just to be sure. Check before you're out in the field. Don't let anybody ever meter shame you. These small little meters like this are worth every penny of the 20 bucks you pay for them. Set that down there, put that on to DC volts. We should be getting some power out of here. So I'm gonna put black to black and red to red, and if we get a positive number of any kind, we get a -1 because the scale's not big enough. Oh, there we go. See, it is backwards. That's a polarity problem. So you can see I am red to red and black to black, and those MC4 connectors did it again. And if I switch that around, now that number is positive. So the cool thing about this is that power poles are modular. I can't really fix the MC4s out in the field, but what I can do is I can find those power poles and I can swap them backwards. That pains me just a little, I gotta say. Red to red, black to black. Should be the way to go. All right, let's test it out again. All right, so now red and black. And look at that. We're all fixed. XT60 for the solar. And also a regular household plug if I wanted to charge this off of shore power. It's a really cool display. And it's telling me that it is full because it's 100% charged. And so I'm not gonna get any power from the sun no matter what. But we might see some power come out of it. All right, let's plug in the cigarette lighter plug to get the power to the G90. Let's turn on the power station, turn on the DC output. I don't know how well you're gonna see that on camera. It looks fine in person. The camera just likes to focus on the reflection. There we go. So in the upper left, you can see that the DC power icons are lit. In the upper right, you can see the solar panels plugged in. In the lower right, you can see Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And in the lower left, you can see how many hours remaining of use. And we're all set up. Can we G90? Oh, we can G90. I like it. We got sound and we got signals. So the antenna's working good. Let's check out the SWR graph. That SWR graph is nice and crooked too. 2.5 to 1 across the board. We can't have that. Look at that dip right where the tuner kicks in, all the way across the 20-meter band. I had no doubt the screw it antenna would get the job done.
But scallions, green onions, I was watching a Guga.
Guga, I love Guga. Oh, that sounds like some DX.
Tend to get them about this time of the year, but it's kind of early. Mike Whiskey Zero, JKU, VU0WV.
Oh, geez. Wales to Canada. And I'm in Wisconsin.
I do appreciate it. Give it the best shot I got. This is November 4, Kilo November Alpha, Parks on the air. November Kilo November.
Kilo Mike 9 Golf.
You get the mobile station only, please. This is November 4, Kilo November Alpha, calling CQ Parks on the air from US 2928.
Kilo Mike 9 Golf.
November 1 station ending in Foxtrot.
9 watts worth of output on standby, 12 volts.
Kilo Z, this is November 2, November Whiskey Kilo Parks on the air.
Kilo Mike 9 Golf. 40 watts on transmit.
Kilo 04, Golf coming in.
We're getting a massive 3 watts of solar in. Nice. 3 watts. Kilo Mike 9 Golf. Not a good day for me. Let's tune up 40 and see if we can get anybody on 40. Oh, she'll tune on 40. It's the G90, she'll tune on anything. 31 hours is what the power station is predicting this G90 is gonna do on standby. So I'm satisfied that the test is a success. I've got the entire station laid out here. I've got everything working and connected, and that is the important part. The battery pack is gonna make this job done. It didn't have any problems trying to transmit. Radio went into transmit mode, the power pack put out the power, but the receiving stations couldn't hear me in the pileup. That's okay. That's kind of the way ham radio is sometimes. But now I got to get this thing all packed up and put in the car to get on the road tomorrow morning. The power station is pretty cool. It has a Bluetooth app and it has a Wi-Fi app, so you'd be able to see this over the internet. Of course, since it's Wi-Fi, that requires that it has a login, and then it's going to know the credentials to your Wi-Fi network. And it did ask a whole bunch of permission stuff, so I don't recommend using the app until they figure out a way to let you do it as a guest without logging in at all. So hopefully when they see this video, they'll hear how happy I am that they're doing data collection off of a power station. Completely unnecessary. Maybe do it the old-fashioned way and just ask your customers what they think. That might be a good idea. 600 watt power station. It's going to charge my cell phones. It's going to charge my laptops. It's going to run my radio. This thing looks, with the G90 on it, it looks perfect. It looks like they were just meant to go together. And then I can watch the power output and I can watch the power input from the solar panels while I'm working my contacts. That's pretty cool. It does have a power boost feature up to 900 watts, but I don't have anything that's going to run just 900 watts. The only thing I can think of that I would run above what I've got going on here for, cell phone charging and laptop charging and ham radio station activation type stuff would be a coffee maker. Coffee maker is going to be 12 to 1500 watts. Not happening on a 600 watt power supply. I wouldn't even ask it to do it. It's not designed to do it. But 900 watts might get you up to, I don't know, a hair dryer if you had hair. I will leave some links in the description down below for you, but I really wanted to get the message out because, as you can see, even me, how wonderful of a POTA activator I am, I still forgot stuff. That was sarcasm, by the way, before y'all come at me in the comments. So like I said, I got to get packed up. I got to get on the road. Just wanted to share this with you guys. Be sure you check out the links in the description down below for where you can get the stuff that I have shown in this video, especially this power station that Dabbsson sent in. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition to the camping trip. And when we do get to the camping trip, look for a video on how that worked out. I'll do kind of a play-by-play thing as I recharge my phones and how long it lasted, and I'm going to do it without the solar. So be sure you're subscribed to see that, and that will help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers this year. There's a video right over here I think you might enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.